Y'all come with me to NOC Train and Learn in St. Louis, Missouri. So this is me in the airport. It's Memorial Day weekend and I'm already over it. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Please do not even attempt to if you're not used to the traffic because it's ridiculous. Well, I finally get there and this is my bag coming in. But after my bag comes in, I have to go get my firearms because I checked those. And this is my first time doing it, but you have to come to a separate place, which is baggage service. This is me and Rhonda Mary. We didn't even time it like this, but look at how sexy it is that we both got our firearms. And this is us. As in St. Louis, this is my first time there. This is a roundtable discussion.
So my goal is to help human beings through community outreach, to build equity in their lives, to kill the sources of violence at its roots, to build better people, better communities, better families, thus a better country, and then use the firearm and the Second Amendment to show them how to protect the equity they've now invested in themselves to remain whole and live free. So that's who I am.
So that's KD, and after the roundtable discussion with all the instructors, I finally checked into my hotel room, and the first thing I wanted to do was check my firearms. Please excuse those locks. I did a video about those, so you can go check that out down below. I'll link it below, because them locks were so improper. That was not okay, but this was what I had. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning trying to find a store that had proper locks, and I just finally got that out of one of my, lock cases or something. I don't know, but this is what happens when you open up the cage. You had to declare it, and they showed that it was unloaded and clear. I flew Delta, and then this is the firearms that I brought. Just kept it real cute and simple because I didn't really know what to expect. So then this is the classes that we took. This is Friday night. This is the opener. Brown Nails was sponsor, and they had free mags they were giving out, which was super dope. I didn't know what to expect, and look at this venue, y'all. I was like, where are we? I'm like, what is happening right now? That's Brandon. He took most of my photos and stuff that night, and this is KD, the CEO, talking about it.
Thank you for all coming. Thank you for trusting myself and the staff. We're making sure you have a positive experience. But even before we get started with it, all the logistics and the housekeeping stuff, all of you, the reason you're here is because you're freedom fighters in one way or the other.
Then it was time for classes, and this was one of the first ones I took.
So as y'all heard again, my name is Cameron Johnson. I'm gonna be talking to y'all about website, web development, digital stuff.
Then the sexiest gun bunny, Tony, he's a Marine. He got up there and talked to us. Y'all, we had classes on mental health, marketing, content creation, strategy. It was so dope. So the next day we were at Rob's Guns, and Rhonda and I got breakfast, and this is what we had to expect.
Remember, you're going to be training in 5 different disciplines: hand, edge weapon, 2 different pistol disciplines, and a rifle discipline, all right? We're also going to have a supplier showcase with Tactical Life today. They're going to show us our products.
Then it was time for us to pull out, and y'all, we was deep as full. Look at how many cars it was. I had no idea what to expect, but this was crazy to me. And then when we got there, of course, Rhonda and I started creating content because we're content creators, duh. And again, I didn't know none of these people. I didn't know what to expect, but look at how diverse the crowd is. This is wild times. Then I really started to get an understanding, oh, this is proper. I'm about to have a good ass time here. So then I started looking at other people's firearms. I didn't bring any. I only brought those 2 pistols. So then I started looking at the Tactical Life stuff. That's where our sponsor was. And look at the firearms that he brought. Everything was 10 out of 10, just proper. Look how sexy this was. That was so sexy to me. Lucid optics, very much a vibe. And you could just watch these or walk by and see these on display all throughout the entire event. People displaying their cases, their firearms, all of that good stuff. That was the guy that was teaching us knife throwing. So then it was time for us to get into our groups. You had beginner, medium, intermediate. That was us on the Rob's Guns, me, Ken, and Rhonda. We wanted to do some content some more. And this is us getting in our different groups. So I went into intermediate because I know firearms, but I wasn't expert. So I wanted to get into the middle group, and that was perfect for me. That really was. I learned new stuff, and then there was stuff that I already knew. So this was our group, the intermediate group. This was the only thing that I didn't like because it reminded me of Iraq too much. So it was a real trigger for me, but this was the sandpit.
My name is Jesse Lane. Well, first and foremost, before we get started,
I ain't gonna hold you right out of there quickly. I was okay, over it, been there, done that. So then these are the firearms on the first rifle station that you could choose from. Some were suppressed, others weren't, but they were all top quality firearms. So this is me at the first station practicing with it. And the teacher was Ken from Perfectus Group.
So what speed are we gonna go at? Slow? We're going to manipulate the safety selector, and we're going to place our finger on the trigger. For every whistle blow, 1 shot. Shooters ready? Stand by. Female version. Shooters ready, last one. Stand by. Gun back on set.
Now let me explain what happened, right? I ran out of ammo on this last shot and I had to reload. And this was like a basic reload, but I did it super safe. Why I'm like such a teacher's pet, I got approval from Ken. He was like, just listen, this is so funny to me.
Good job, hon. Way to be safe. See you ready. Yo, good job. I like that. Good job. Good work. Anybody having problems with keeping the dot in the window?
I have no dot.
You don't have a dot. Oh, oh, that's right.
Battery.
Your battery gone.
Gang. You know I'm always trying to put y'all up on game, right? So, Tactical Light Firearms came through the building. You know your girl ain't had no rifle.
I knew it.
They came through the building and it's fire. Let me show y'all. Y'all, shots is on the money. You gonna see the footage. Tactical Light Firearms. Shout out to them. I absolutely love this. It has a Romeo. It has a 6-hour Romeo scope on it. AR-15. Multi-caliber 5.56 223. Sexy. So fucking sexy. Like, oh, I'm here for this. I came here with no rifle, and I'm shooting the best of the best. Gang. Okay, then it's time to do some more training with Ken. He's teaching us how to shoot behind a vehicle, a stationary vehicle. Don't ask me why my footage came out like this, because I do not know. I'm like, how, Sway? How did this even come about? But you can get the audio and listen to how he coached me.
What's up's too hot, so let's do this. Come wide. A squat. Get in the squat. Yes, now you have more control of what's going on. How's her muzzle look, guys?
She's close, but she's good.
I think she's good too. Now let's crank off some rounds. Let's try that now.
Okay, so this is the supplier showcase where they got to tell us Tactical Life about their firearms and how they came into existence, etc.
We're releasing almost 100 or so a month, and still people all day. We put them up, they go bye-bye. They call us. When they're gonna be more? I'm like, we're trying here, because COVID hit us too, hard in the supply chain, because we don't manufacture absolutely everything. We go to big people. We have our variants done by, we try to.
All right, going forward. All right, ready? Go. All right, ready? Go. All right, closer up.
Y'all, I think this is such a great drill for couples because, you need to be in sync with each other and you need to know each other has been trained and got each other's back. I thought this was so dope, and I would love to do this with somebody's son one day. But until then, this was a great partner right here. And Dustin was a great coach. He was just stick with them. And look, I ran out of ammo. That's why you need multiple mags, ladies and gentlemen. So then this is the next thing. This was the last thing. Y'all, was so cold. It was so cold this day in May, and I was over it, but I really wanted to get this in, and this is Edge Weapon. So listen to his training.
Easy up, easy down. When you cut into the nose and out through his navel. Swipe all the way through like a cat scratch. Follow through. Better. So you feel a little bit of hold back. You'll see it when it transfers to the head. Floated, yeah. So I want you to deliver a full through, follow through. Nice, that was it. We're gonna do that again. I apologize for the knives, folks. They've been a little bit beaten up. This one got beat up in the concrete. But follow through, get that power. That's what I'm talking about. One more. Feel that little bit of delay, that little bit of follow off. So what I want you to do is that when you come up here, raise your hand up here, and you get to here, push, all the way through. Let that power slide out, and you're delivering force into the target.
When I tell you I ran to that fire, I ran. I was so over it. I was like, why is this so cold? I did not prepare for this. That's low ass jacket that I got. But look, it's Hustle Queen, it's Ken. We just overran the fire, and this is Jera.
A lot of opportunities in a year to do that, and this country needs it, right? These people that don't understand us, and maybe the people in this area here that aren't like you, like we need those perspectives, and you did that, and you put this together, and it was amazing. So in return for that, we got you the only gun you can really shoot, because we know you're a shitty shot.
Shoot your eye out.
Everybody at the event, so that you can remember what you do for people.
Hell yeah, baby.
Gang, gang!
Thank you guys all so much. Thank you very much. This is the America I love. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good. Loading.
Then it was time for night fire, and I just remember thinking like, oh man, this gets gooder and gooder and gooder. I thought I would be exhausted, but I'm not. Like, listening to them, it was just so much of an adrenaline rush.
Kill me.
Then people got to experience tracer rounds. Those were dope. So this is the third day, and this is the content creation day. There's 3 days. So the Friday is the classroom, then the second day is the training, and then the third day is content creation. And this is Danny. Oh my goodness, look at the butterfly on her head. And then so it was just like it went from this to this.
Never. I've never had this happen.
Oh, you're good, bro.
And this is the second one.
And the crazy part, he just blew the last one.
Yeah.
So if I'm talking, I throw it in front of me as I'm teaching. Joe.
I'm not really sure where this trash ass stance came from. I don't know what's going on with my arms, but this is me shooting a Gucci Glock.
Say mushy trigger. Just pull it hard. Pull it like it
Excellent. We call Glocks that's tricked out as such Gucci Glocks.
It's a Gucci Glock.
It's a designer Glock.
Got you.
You got the designer. What's that, CZ?
Okay,
right?
how much was all this put together?
Honestly, I want to say about 2,200.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. I love it. And it works phenomenally.
Thank you.
So that's what we want. That's the mission at hand.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Gang. I'm here with Tactical Light Firearms. So I'm going to save that interview for a separate upload. So then it was time for competition. It was guys versus girls, and this was the first shooting competition.
Ball one.
Because you only got one.
Man,
Right there, here it is.
that's so petty. That's so petty.
All smooth, slap it. All right, holster that. Let me go see that. He hit the 8. Hey, that's an automatic. That is a miss. Yeah.
Prime Protection STL for the win. And I swear this butterfly followed us. I loved it the whole weekend.
I thank you for being willing to do what you've done, and congratulations.
Gang. So Rhonda Mary was so dope all weekend. She won a rifle. And y'all, I just can't tell you enough good things about No Other Choice Train and Learn. It was like a family reunion. I highly recommend it. Memorial Day weekend. It was back to the house I went. Thank y'all so much for watching.